guys, it's Rising. It's Rising Up the Ranks as always. And I hope you guys enjoy this video as always. And I definitely have seen views differentiate. So I decided, since you guys really don't seem to like my more outlandish ones, like the one found at crystal release or something like that, I'm gonna go more grounded, but probably gonna stick with the one found at crystal release and revamp that later. But I see you guys really don't like those type of series, so I decided to make a separate channel for Rising 2, of course. And that channel is basically made for those type of winners, and all the old winners I have made in the past will be, well, more outlandish winners I have made in the past will be reposted onto there. So I hope you guys enjoy the video as always. And if I have a coughing fit mid-video, that is because I'm sick. So yeah, but I still wanted to post for you guys, so let's jump right into this video. What if the Uzumaki clan had a dojutsu, part 1. So how I see this happening, oh yeah, by the way, actually, hello, shout out to Darius X, because I did come up with this thing originally while watching my website had was a Yuki, and he kind of got that, but he kind of gave me, inspiration for parts of the dojutsu I created. But so how I see this happening is Kaguya has a hidden dojutsu that Hagoromo or Asher or even Indra or the Senju and Uchiha did not unlock, and it's called the Bijugan. But obviously only the Uzumaki have unlocked it. And it's called the Bijugan. It has 6 stages to its dojutsu. The first stage of it is to control beasts, not tailed beasts, but regular animals. The second stage of it is to take in natural energy from plants and animals, basically sage energy, and turn it into chakra, or life energy, you could call it. He takes in actually not sage energy, but life energy itself. The third stage of the is the Eye of Insight, like the Sharingan. The fourth stage is to enter an unstable chakra mode. The fifth stage is to influence tailed beasts and to stop time. That stop time part was actually from Anime X, from his website. I had the Renegon, so yeah. But yeah, it's into stop time. The sixth stage is to completely control the Biju, and it retains every other state's power, but also increases the user power by 100 times. But it drives the user to insanity every time it is used, while giving you a complete chakra mode. To unlock the first stage, you have to be in a stressful situation. To unlock the second stage, you have to feel love, then have it crushed. No one has unlocked past this stage, so it's unknown how to unlock the next stages, besides the first user of it, who documented their powers and cons, but not how to awaken them. Because he truly did not know how to awaken them. Now, let's jump in this. 2 years before... yeah, this was what I mean. 2 years before the start of the series, Naruto is walking home and gets jumped by some kids, getting beaten to a pulp. But when they bully punches Naruto in the face, but instead of seeing a weeping Naruto, the bullies was looking at a determined look in Naruto's eyes, and the pattern is formed with only one tome away. With this tome away, the bully saw an animal. A pack of dogs appeared, going to Naruto's side and taking a defensive stance. Around him, he gets up, almost like a king, petting the dogs, and punches the bully square in the jaw, knocking him out and scaring the other kids, causing them to run, screaming for help. Naruto calls for a wolf, and once it comes, he rides it home. If you couldn't tell, if you cannot tell by that statement, I really love wolves, so that's why I decided to give him a wolf. And he was genuinely the king of the dogs that time, and he needed something big enough to ride on. So he decided to go werewolf. Naruto, when he rides it home, a knock. Once he's at home, a knock is heard at the door, and Naruto, with his wolf that he brought into the house for some reason, answers the door. And old man Hiruzen is standing there, asking Naruto what happened. Naruto sat down and showed Hiruzen his Bijugan, and Hiruzen was surprised that Naruto had awakened it, because it was thought that half-breeds couldn't awaken it. There was only one other time that a half-breed was created, and it was by Aburame. It was by an Aburame and Uzumaki. And that person, hundreds of years ago, well, actually, about 10 years before Naruto was born, never awakened his Bijugan, no matter how many stressful situations he was at, because his body limited the amount of chakra that was observed, and did not want to and he had a limited amount of chakra, basically, not nearly as much as Naruto. And basically, if he had awakened it, he would have died. But let's get right back to the story. Hiruzen just said, "You must use it correctly," and left. We now skip to 2 years ahead, but a month before this series. Naruto is fighting Sasuke with his second stage Bijugan, and Sasuke at his first Tomoe Sharingan. Because basically, Naruto showed off this ability more than one time, and him seeing Naruto with an eye so similar to his, though he knew it wasn't the Sharingan, because the pattern was quite off. It was not in the. It was like more toward. It's like slightly off from what a Tomoe would usually have for the first stage of the Sharingan. He trained himself so hard that he finally awakened the one Tomoe Sharingan. Now let's get into the battle. Well, to actual battle. Naruto says, "Wind style, wind bullet," but Sasuke says, "Fire style, fireball jutsu," which creates a giant explosion and smoke. In the confusion, a flock of birds dive bomb Sasuke, and in the ensuing confusion even more, Naruto channels every bit of injury he has gotten from the plants, and small animals died because of him using that power around him, and punches Sasuke square in the face, knocking him out. Now let's skip to when the bell test begins. Everything but music key have happened the same, and the child that was tricked was just quickly caught because they, strung was around the village. They were just around the village. But basically, he was caught so quickly that it really did not matter. Now, let's skip. Naruto waits till Kakashi says go, and activated his Bijugan in his third Tomoe, which Kakashi mistakes for the Sharingan, even calling out Naruto. Naruto corrected him, saying no, it's the Bijugan. And Kakashi said no one has unlocked that stage. Naruto, you might be quite well. And Naruto responds with, you have to be in complete bliss, then have it all ripped out and go into the pit of darkness itself. In the fight, Kakashi states he must have done that several times, since he is the Jinchuriki. And he kind of was like, just kind of took a mental note of it, and decided to address the shadow in Naruto's soul later when he actually on the team. If he actually is on the team, actually. Kakashi's first move is Kakashi takes is Shadow Clone Jutsu, which Naruto copies, making 50, overempowering Kakashi's 5 shadow clones, sacrificing 20 himself. And Sasuke, in conjunction with Naruto, began to beat down on Kakashi. Naruto throws a right hook, but instead is punched in the face by Sasuke, with his red eyes possessing 3 Tomui, as before he had 1. And he realized Sasuke was under a genjutsu, and peered into the eyes, breaking it. Sakura jumps out from behind from some bushes and punched Kakashi in the back of the head. Yeah, and the rest of the clones Naruto has stockpiled on Kakashi, kicking him down to the ground, and Kakashi burst out easily, saying, "You passed," giving the famous speech of, "Those in the ninja world who disobey orders are garbage." That is true, but those who abandon their friends are worse than garbage. While congratulating them on their teamwork. So that's how I'll be ending it off, guys. And I still want to say is check out my Discord, and also check out my second channel, Rising Gives 2, which actually has that as my picture. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video as always. And it's Rising Gives logging off, and I hope you guys have a great day. Yeah.